2007 Chrysler 300 with a 6.1. I'm going to over edit this and get it so that the voiceover is correct. So you can do it in a couple different ways. First of all, this fan assembly will need to come out. This coolant hose will need to come out. So that way you can get to the three 15mm bolts that are down there. This upper air intake hose, you've got a custom K&N filter on here. So you'll take this disconnect here, take this hose off and out of the way. You can get to the 10mm that's over here. You can get to the 10mm that's over there for the fan assembly. Fan assembly will lift out. You can take the hose off first if you want. I usually don't, so that way I have access to the drain location down there for the radiator. This has a low profile front bumper, so you have to jack up the car a little bit in order to gain access to put a drain bucket up underneath there. So once you've done that part there, the whole fan assembly will come up and out, and you can put it over on the side. Then you can gain access to the belt tensioner right there. Loosen that up. Once the coolant is drained enough, you can take off this upper radiator hose. That way you're not making a mess of yourself, because when you have to get down in there, especially this part right here, if that drain is not draining, what will typically happen is coolant just sits there and just drips and drips and drips. And well, your arm is right in that area, so it just goes down your shirt. Yeah, I don't like that. So that's a pro tip. Have the coolant draining as this is there, so that way it doesn't backfeed up to the top, and you can just simply put, there's the belt shirt from the coolant that dripped on a little bit, but it'll go away in just a second. But anyways, as far as, yeah, I'm editing that part out. So as the alternator goes, you got 15 here, two 15s on the bottom, and then there's a bracket. You can't see, it's back behind here. Did not have to take the bracket out. Take off the 15 up top, take off the one closer over here, the one back in the back. You're going to have to use a socket. In that socket, you'll be able to get to it in between with that bracket. Dumb engineer design. They didn't have a flat bracket on there. It's a U-shaped bracket, so you can't get a good wrench on there, which is optimal in this little tight area right here. But you get a socket on it, you can loosen it up, and you can use the wrench to get it the rest of the way. Did not have to remove the bracket. You just slide the alternator up and out of the way, move it part way, disconnect your terminal, and then you can disconnect your 13 for the power side. And going back together, it's just the exact opposite. Right now we are burping the coolant and listening to the belt chirp because some of the coolant got on it. So once all that is done, you're good to roll. See? All right, any questions, comments? Let me know.